Okie dokie, are we ready to get started? Simple answer, yes we are. This video is going to show you my first Gran Turismo 7 race win. It was a tough race, it was fought until the very end. I was going to chop it up, but I've decided not to, because it was just so close, so amazing. And it's only 10 minutes. That's the beauty of this. It isn't anything like Daily Race C, it's Daily Race B. 6 laps of, in my opinion, one of the best tracks on Gran Turismo 7. It's not even real. The devs cooked with this one. That is the race start, as we are going to have to swoop over just a little bit to the right to get into Piccolo's slipstream. As we go into the braking zone, we're going to have to go left just to block Vin Diesel, who's going to dive it audaciously into Piccolo. That's going to make us lose 2 positions. We have lost 2 positions, P5 now. Going in side by side, we're really going to be late there, not even on the brakes. It's going to put us a little bit wide, and that's potentially a penalty that we're about to get. And you know what? It is a penalty. Is Vin Diesel? Ooh, it's really, really lucky that he ghosted there. Otherwise, everyone was going everywhere. It is insane. Anyway, now that race start is over and the chaos is completed, it's time to settle in. Find our braking points, stay behind everyone, just hit our lines. Okie dokie, and now I'm having to slow down for this penalty. Just going to check behind, see if we're able to retain the position, and we are. Not really going to have to be any worries. A little bit of a late braking, kind of at around the 100 meter mark, as opposed to just before the curb where we usually go. Really sent it out wide there. Not ideal, really not ideal, but we're lucky. Ken is still kind of 0.9 seconds away. He's still coming a bit closer. You can see that I just checked behind just to make sure that nothing too crazy is happening. Ken is really starting to make it staggered and faulted a little bit in that actual final turn, which is where that I find this car really exceeds. Braking at the 100 meter mark, really going wide, trying to just clip the apex, and we just managed to there. Piccolo went really wide. He's managed to hit the grass and the wall. Hasn't really slowed him down though, and that's going to cost him as he gets a 0.5-second penalty. Braking once we hit the grey concrete there. And we're just flinging it around this little forest section, which is what I'm going to call it for the rest of the duration of the video. Up into second there after turning around in first. We turn around in first to promote rotation and second to promote traction. We just keep in third here. You'll see that I sometimes accidentally downshift to second, which is not what we want to do, as I dive it down the inside of Piccolo. Really not looking to waste any time with him there. You can see he left it open. Went a bit wide, a bit deep, and that gave us just what we needed to carry our momentum forward and slip into the left. Going slightly off the racing line, just to make sure that he can't get the slipstream before serving his penalty. Our usual braking zone as we go down to 1. The silent stream, he's gone a bit wide, and in the moment I was thinking surely he has a penalty, but I think you'll find that he doesn't. This is because he sharply turns back onto the circuit, and he hasn't made any time up on us. In fact, he's lost around a second. As we're coming down onto the main straight, it's really all about tucking into the slipstream, just making sure nothing too bad is happening behind. We can see up in the top left, he's around a second and also behind, as we just get fastest lap. Of course, it was only lap 2, so probably not going to be able to retain it, as we are about to enter battling mode with Silent Stream. You can see now, it's Piccolo. He's already starting to gain on us, 0.2 in this first sector. Now, as we stay behind Silent Stream, we're really getting in close. You can see us there, just a little bit of contact running through there, no damage whatsoever. It's just a tiny bit of bump drafting. That's when we find that, there you go, that's my accidental downshift, as I'm just having to pull off the road a little bit to the right, take it wider, as to avoid tapping him. So going down to the back straight now, where you find that I lose a lot of time, and you can see in that battle, Piccolo really really, really able to get onto the back of us, just 0.4 seconds behind them. It's not looking good for us, as we're just maintaining our usual line. No need to go defensive. Not quite close enough to make a move. So we follow Silent through. We really use all of the track there, really stepping onto the green runoff area on the right. And once again, we use more track than Silent there. We're just going a little bit outside of the left line, which we can do because we do not have all tyres off. You can see behind the radar now that we've got Pickler very, very close. Just got to maintain the inside line as he takes the outside and goes in very deep. Not going to get the greatest exit out there. You can see Silent also didn't get a great exit, so that's going to promote us into his slipstream. And if you look in the top left, we're gaining to. This is when I really started to find my flow, and you can just see that I'm trying to position everything as perfectly as possible. Go out a little bit wide there, but that is going to give me a good exit. Not good enough, however, as I have to step off the power to ensure that I don't fling myself into a wall. This is when we lose just a little bit of traction in the rear, but it's not going to make too much of an issue as we get quite alongside him on the right, on the outside. Not going to be able to make a move. It would be nice if we could go for the switchback, but we're too close for it. As Pickler, he's also getting into the fray now, switching to my right. If you take a look in that radar, you can really see he's all over the back of me, looking for anything he can do, anything he can take, anything at all. Taking that defensive line, as does Silent. There's a little bit of contact there. We're just going to be able to go through, but we're not able to because we've been hit from behind. This essentially means that there is no foul play here, as everything stays the same. If anything, Silent Stream has a little bit of an advantage as he's just gained a little bit more time. Okie dokie, now heading into turn one. It's always that 100-meter brake mark. Go down to second, try and get close to the curb, and that's just a little bit of grass touching on the side there, but we're closer than before. We are closer than ever before. This is just really, really ringing it out. There's a little bit of contact there, we can see it as I push him into the braking zone. Oh, yet more contact as he slows down just a little bit more than me there. And there's contact from behind. Lot of rear slippage, lot of losing traction, but we're just able to maintain it. Getting as close to the wall on the left as possible there, getting as close to the wall on the right there as well. It's really all about fine margins, especially on a permanent track like this, and not real permanent track that is covered in walls. You touch those walls and you are gone. It's lap 5, and anything here matters. Anything and everything. Silent knows that the race is ending. He knows that soon I'm going to need to think about making a move. He's aware of this, I'm aware of this. As we catch onto the outside line, really letting him know that we're there, really just trying to get a good exit, but we're too close, not able to get the switch back, but we can put power down quickly, not quick enough. Silent Stream in that Viper has a lot more straight line speed, and we are unable to capitalize. We're coming around this final turn again here, as we're able to carry a lot more speed through there. You can see in the delta up in the top left. We're just edging ever so closer. It's probably also being helped by the slipstream as we enter our final lap. This is when we really start to push. You can see the tyres are just aching. Not with tyre wear, but in the way that I'm driving. You can hear it too. They're screeching around as we're touching grass, as we're finding any margin we can. All those margins are leading to a little bit of contact as we go around the outside, but that's going to mean that Silent Stream has it on the inside line here. He does. There's a little bit of contact as I don't believe quite enough for him. There's more contact there as I try to avoid the wall, and he's trying to squeeze me as much as possible. It is not ideal. It is not the cleanest way to take the race lead on the final lap, but it's going to give us the lead, but maybe not the lead forever, as getting a poor exit out of that turn leaves us vulnerable. You can see up in the top left there, Silent Stream no longer losing time for us. In fact, he's gaining lots into this final straight. It's tight. It's going to be really tight as I need to take a defensive line on the left-hand side. Switching back down closer to the middle, we're going to really park it up on the exit to make sure that he can't get the switch back on us. And there's a tiny bit of contact you could see on the radar there, tiny bit of contact between us. That's just me slowing it down a lot more than he was probably hoping for. Now as we enter the final turn, it's all about the tiny margins. as Silent Stream just on the right here. We know that he has more straight line speed, and it's going to be close. Oh, it's going to be so close as we cross the line and get our first Gran Turismo daily race win. A maiden victory in Group C. We've gone from E to D to C. And this is our first win. What an amazing race. Thank you so much, Silent Stream. I couldn't have asked for a better maiden victory, and I couldn't have asked for any better people to share it with. Thank you so much if you made it to the end here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.